Hi, this is Troxel. In this short little series, three-part series, we are exporting to XML the envelope points, and now we're importing those envelope points back in. In the previous tutorial, we went through the base process of how to actually import those points and get them on the timeline, and we actually checked to see if the track matched the type of track that we were expecting, and if it doesn't, then we don't add anything. But what we want to do for this tutorial is actually go through all of the supporting functions and then see how it works when we actually run it. So let's see the supporting functions and then let's run this thing. For a quick review, last time we got the file that we wanted to import and we called the import envelopes. Then for the import envelopes, we determined whether or not it was a video or audio track, and then we decided to process the audio envelopes or the video envelopes. Then we have two identical routines here, one for video, one for audio, except for this one works with an audio track and this one works with a video track. And then we import the envelope points to the created envelope. And so this will add all of the points into the new envelope. Now let's look at all the supporting functions that we did not look at last time. So if you notice, we had attribute timecode, attribute double, attribute curve type, attribute envelope, and so forth. Several of these up here. And so let's look and see how those work. For our attribute timecode, we're passing it the element that we're looking at and then the string name, so it's actually looking for that name out of the XML file. Now the attribute timecode is a little bit different in that if you wanted to go ahead and in the timecode add the export of the nanos, we could have done that in the original project, which we did not do. So it's actually looking to see, is there an attribute called nanos? And in our case there is not. If there was, then it would try to get it from nanos. Instead it just gets the string, the value from attribute string, and it gets it from our timecode entry, and then it converts it from string to the timecode and it returns a timecode. Our curve type, very similar. Every one of these is very similar in that they're all going to get the string value equals attribute string, and then it's the name that we pass to it. And then once this one gets the string of the curve type, it calls parse curve type, which we will look at down below because it's another one of the supporting functions. And then for our envelope type, we're doing the same thing. We get the string, and then we parse the envelope type. The next few are a little bit easier. Attribute double, we read the string, and then we convert that string to a double. It says double.parse, and then we get from the string value, and we are using our number format that we mentioned at the beginning of the previous tutorial. And same thing with attribute int32. Get the string and then convert it to int32. Single, get the string, convert it to a single. Single.parse, value, number format. Byte, same thing. Get the string, then we parse it into a byte format. And then attribute string, which is called by all of these above, where it actually reads the string. So here's where it's reading the string. We get the attribute called name out of the element that we are looking at. Then if string is null or empty, we're going to throw an exception. Otherwise, we're going to return the string that we found. Then here is our parse curve type function, and it's going to return a curve type. We just go through a switch and we look at the string that was there. If it was sharp, we return curve type.sharp. Slow, we return curve type.slow, and so forth the rest of the way down. That way it will process all of the different curve types that are available. Then we have our parse envelope type. Well, there's actually a lot of types. We used volume and composite. Those are the only two types that we used. But if you want to go ahead and make this a little more complete, then here is a bunch of different types that you can return. But here's all of them that are listed, and so it will return each one of those. And so those are all of the supporting functions that we needed to support the main part of the work that we did up here. So now let's see how it works. This is our original project. It was in Vegas Pro 22, and so let's say that we wanted to move backward to Vegas Pro 21, but we wanted to get all those same envelope points added. So what I did was I opened Vegas Pro 21 and just put this same file on the timeline at the same location. You could have copied all the stuff over from the other project to this project, and that will get you the base project without the envelopes. So now let's import the envelopes. So here we're selecting the envelopes. And now here you see we have the volume envelope with all the points added, and you can see that this is a curve type sharp, this is a curve type smooth, this one is a curve type fast, and so it copied over the curve types. And then here we have our composite level, which also we changed a few. That one is a fast, this one is a sharp, this one is a smooth. So we have all of our envelope points imported back. Now, just to test, let's say that we add an audio track and move it up to the top. Now let's try importing the points. You will see nothing was added because the top track is not a video track, and it was expecting it to be a video track. The second track was not an audio track, and it was expecting it to be an audio track. If I move this track up to the middle and run it again, now you will see that it did import the volume envelope on the second track because it was expecting an audio track, and it is an audio track. But it did nothing with any video tracks because it was expecting the first track to be a video track, and it was not. So that shows you how we can export and import a whole lot of different types of envelopes. Some of the envelopes, of course, would be event level, which we did not take into the account on any event level envelopes. All of these are track level that we were looking at. But this is a way to get them exported, and then if you say needed to move to an older version, or you just needed to move these between projects for some reason, you can then import them back in. Hope you like this tutorial. Like, subscribe, let me know what you'd like to see in the future, leave comments, and we'll see you in the next tutorial.